Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about function templates in C++. So what is the purpose of creating function templates and how we can create a function template. So here is an example. For example, we want to write a function that find minimum of two numbers. So simply the function could be written as like return type is integer because we are going to find out minimum of two integers and it is going to return the minimum number, so return type is integer. This main is simple function name and we pass two parameters a and b. Then it will return, the conditional operator is applied here. It will check if a is less than b. If it is true, then it is going to return a because a will be minimum, otherwise it is going to return b. Now let's say again we have to find out minimum of two long ints. So it would be required to write a completely new function. So then similarly, let's say we have to find out minimum of two floating point number. Then it will require to write a completely different function, like for two integer, this function is for two float numbers. So what we are gaining by writing different functions? We are not gaining anything by writing different functions. So what we are gaining by doing this function overloading? So it result into two disadvantages. First thing is that rewriting the same function body over and over different type is time consuming. We are writing the same function body, only the type is different. So it is a time consuming. Program consumes more space on the disk. How good it will be if we are able to write a single function that can be used for any kind of data type. If we are able to write a single function that can be able to use any type, any data type that is applicable for all types of data, so it will be more useful. So this phenomena is called function template. In this we create a template of functions and then that can be used over any kind of data. So let's see how we can create a template of functions. So let's say for creating a function template, we use a keyword template here. Template, inside angle bracket, we write class. Class is a type of variable which we are going to study later. And then you can write any name. Let's say I write a name T. So now here I can write any name. This is T is kind of variable. T, A, B, C, X, Y, Z. You can write any name. So here now I can, just above the function we have to write. Now let's say I have to write function for finding minimum of two numbers. So now let's say return type will be T and let's say function name is minimum and it will take two types of data that both are of type T. Now how this function will work? I will write the same function return and it will return minimum of A and B. So first it is going to check A is less than B. If A is less than B, then it is going to return A, otherwise it is going to return B. So now this T is a kind of class. Class means variable class, which type of which data type this particular variable belong. So this compiler will decide at the runtime. Now for example, let's say I call it on 2,3. Cout min 2,3. So now at this time they become integer. At this time when compiler know that min is a function, so T becomes type integer. Next time when I call it on two variables of type decimal number or floating point, then now T becomes float. So this is a kind of template. Now let's run it. So for first program it should return 2 and for second call it should return 3.2. See, 2 and 3.2. So what is T here? T is a kind of data type, class of data type. So when compiler decides itself, when you call the function, so like for example I call it on 2,3. So compiler decided itself that this T is a integer. In the next call when I write 3.2 and 6.3, compiler decides that it is a float number. So okay, now let's say for example what you want? You want one variable of type integer and another variable of type float. Don't means you want to write a function that can have both variable of same type or both variable of different type. That we can also do. Here we can write another class, let's say class T1. Here we can write another class, and first variable of type T and second is of type T1, and return type is always, it depends upon us. So now let's say I can give here 3.2 also. So now in this call, because both are of different types, so now T is for integer and T1 is for float, and return type is integer. So see, again the result will be same, 2 and 3.2. But now let's say it is 2.1 and this is, let's say it is 2 and this is 1.2. So here 1.2 is less than 2. So now what compiler will return? Let's check it. See, here compiler is going to return 1. By why it is not going to return 1.2? Because our return type is T. Because our return type here is T. Yes, because return type of this function is T, it's not T1. That's why compiler is going to return 1. So if I write here, like for example, if I write here 2.2 and 3, 2.2 and let's say 2. So now first is of type real number. So T is float and T1 is integer. So here it is going to return you, let's say it is 3. So here now minimum is 2.2, but T is now float. So here it will return you, in this case it will return you 2.2. See, so choose your variables accordingly. In this way you can create a function template which makes you enable for any kind of data. Same function for any data type. So this is how you can write function templates. Thank you.